All right, we back. We just read Revelations 12 and 17. And the dragon, which is the serpent, the devil, Satan, spirit of the Edomites, the elite and so forth, because they all read, they tell you in verse 3. And the dragon was wrought with the woman who represents symbolically we the children of Israel. Jeremiah 6 and 2. I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman, right? Symbolically. Because the Most High was the bridegroom. He said, I'm married to you. But we gave the Most High the middle finger. You know what that means. So he got rid of us, gave us to our enemies. Over and over and over again, that's what the Bible talking about. We in captivity. So he gave us to his son. Mashiach became that bridegroom. And we the woman, children of Israel. So the devil, the serpent, the beast, Satan, Edomites, which are the rulers of the kingdoms in the last days, the dragon, is wrought with us, the children of Israel, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed. The remnant represented 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel. Because 2/3, they already got them. They already do this, they doing it. They already locked in. And following them to hell, straight up. But this remnant of her seed, of Israelite seed, is those which keep the commandments of the Most High. And you tell me your religion keeping the commandments of the Most High? Name it. And have the testimony of a Mashiach Yahushua. See, they're going to come down. That's why go to Ecclesiasticus 33 and 14. All praises to the Most High. It says, good is set against evil. Good is set against evil. And life against death. So is the righteous against the sinner. And the sinner against the righteous. That's what we just read in Revelations 12 and 17. The sinner, who is the devil, and those that are deceitful and evil, are against the righteous. Those that keep the commandments of the Most High. We just said it. You tell me that it just don't all go together. Let's jump up to Ecclesiastes 33 and 1. Listen, Yasharallah, 12 tribes of Israel. He said, there shall no evil happen unto him that feareth the Most High. But in temptation, even again, he will deliver him. See, you fear the Most High. Say, when you fall into temptation, when the devil comes to you, he going to deliver you. What did he say? Revelation 12 and 17. And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, the 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel, which keep the commandments of the Most High, and have the testimony of Mashiach Yahushua, according to Mashiach Yahushua, coming in the volume of the book, from Genesis to Revelation, everything in between, recognizing them, knowing them, having a relationship with him and the Most High, most certainly. Verse 2 of Ecclesiastes, 33rd chapter. A wise man hateth not the law. So, if a wise man hateth not the law, and y'all preachers, y'all pork chop eating preachers, let me get it right. Y'all leaders telling you that you're not under the law. So are they wise or are they ignorant, in darkness? Are they in light or are they in darkness? A wise man hateth not the law. So a wise man not going to tell you that you're not under the law. Who made the laws? They are the Most High's laws. So an ignorant man going to tell you that you're not under the law. But a wise man hateth not the law. But he that is an hypocrite, oh, now he's calling him a hypocrite. therein is as a ship in a storm. He that is a hypocrite is like a ship in a storm. You know how a ship be going in a storm? Up and down, and this way, that way, whatever way you can think of, just way up, you come down, he's all wavering, right? He got something for you as you being a hypocrite. Go to James, the first chapter. And verse 8. No, let's go to, go back a little bit. Go back to verse 5. It says, if any man lack wisdom, let him ask of the Most High, that giveth to all men liberally and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him, right? Since you don't know, ask of the Most High, and he'll send you to the brothers that are Israelites, Hebrew Israelites. Say, but let him ask in faith, believing in the Most High, nothing wavering. For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea. What it say? Ecclesiastes 33 and 2. A wise man hateth not the law of the Most High. You're not going to hate the Most High. Because you hate the Most High if you tell anyone that you ain't under his law that he created with his time, with his finger, it says. A wise man hateth not the law, but he that is an hypocrite therein is as a ship in a storm. So it said in James 1 and 6, nothing wavering. For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. Same thing. That ship of the storm, driven with the wind, going this way, that way, everywhere you can think of, except the right way. And that's dealing with the Most High's truth. For let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Most High. It said, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. See? Going back to Ecclesiastes 33, verse 3. It said, a man of understanding trusts in the law. A man of understanding trusts in the law. And the law is faithful unto him as an oracle. Being a wise person make you wise. Look, go up to Ecclesiastes 32. And verse 14. Ecclesiastes 32 and 14. And 15. Whoso feareth the Most High will receive his discipline. You fear the Most High, he said you will receive his discipline. And they that seek him early shall find favor. You see? By doing what he say do. Listen, he that seeketh the law, whose law are they? The Most High's law. He that seeketh the law shall be filled therewith. You can be filled with the laws of the Most High. But if you told you're not under the law, how you going to be filled with the law of the Most High? He that seeketh the law shall be filled therewith. When you learn the laws of the Most High, you're going to be filled with the law of the Most High. And you compare everything with what you have learned and what's right from wrong. That's how you learn right from wrong. What's sin and what's not sin. He that seeketh the law shall be filled therewith, but the hypocrite will be offended thereat. See? I mean, you're a hypocrite if you be offended by what the Most High done with his finger in creating these laws, statutes, commandments for us and judgments for us. Look at Ecclesiastes 34 and 8. The law shall be found perfect without lies. Once again, the law shall be found perfect without lies. And wisdom, which is a proper application of knowledge, is perfection to a faithful mouth. You know that? Wisdom is perfection to a faithful mouth. How you have faith? That's your belief in the Most High. Understand, overstand this. So that's why we have to look at this strategically to be able to come back to the Most High rules and regulations. You know about that. That's why the Spirit gave me rules and regulations to tell you and to say to you. Going back to Jeremiah, the 30th chapter and the 8th verse. Which shall come to pass in that day. Most High say he's going to save us out of our trouble. Yasharallah said the Most High of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him, but they shall serve the Most High their power and David their king, whom I will raise up unto them, which represent the Mashiach Yahushua, or the seed of David. Therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, said the Most High, neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar. He said he's going to save us from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. HALALWYAH. And Jacob shall return and shall be in rest and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid. For I am with thee, said the Most High, to save thee. That's why I don't trust in man. Ain't no man going to save you. Read Deuteronomy 28 and 29 in them curses. So ain't no man going to save us. The Most High said, well, I am with thee, said the Most High, to save thee. Though I make a full end of all nations, whither I have scattered thee. You hear what he say? Nations that had us in captivity. He's going to make a full end of you. Though I make a full end of all nations, whither I have scattered thee, yet will I not make a full end of thee. So ain't going to make a full end of us. That's why we read about the remnant, that 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel going to be redeemed. That's what we talking about saving. But I will correct thee in measure, like he correcting us in time, bringing us to more knowledge, wisdom, understanding to his spirit, to prepare for the kingdom that's within us. It will not leave thee altogether unpunished. So we've been punished. Therefore, when you see the punishment that's coming on these other nations, don't feel nothing, because hey, he said, and I will not leave thee altogether unpunished. So we got to look at, like he told us, go to 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter. See, this is very, very important. In verse 13, 2nd Ezra 9:13, he said, and therefore be thou not curious how the unrighteous shall be punished, and when. That's what we need to be inquiring on. But inquire how the righteous shall be saved. As he said, he's going to save us. How we going to reach this point from Jacob's trouble to the time that the Most High going to come and save us? But inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is, and for whom the world is created. HALALWYAH. That's to the children of Israel, 12 tribes of Israel. So we're supposed to be more concerned about how and what we got to do to be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all the haters, and be redeemed out of our captivity, as he's saying here. Verse 11 of Jeremiah, the 30th chapter. For I am with thee, said the Most High, to save thee. That's the Most High going to save us. See, though I make a full end of all nations, whither I have scattered thee. He scatters among all these nations. Yet will I not make a full end of thee, but I will correct thee in measure, and will not leave thee altogether unpunished. We've been punished. But thus say the Most High Power, thy abuse is incurable, and thy wound is grievous. There is none to plead thy cause, that thou mayest be bound up, that has no healing, thou hast no healing medicines. All that lovers have forgotten thee. You better hear what he's saying. Because a lot of you believe in these other nations and things that, idols of the nations and so forth. He said, all thy lovers, that's what you love, have forgotten thee. They seek thee not, because everybody going to turn to their own people and go to their own land and be down with each other. For I have wounded thee with a wound of an enemy. Hear that? He wounded us with a wound of an enemy. Sold us to our enemies and wounded us with the wound of an enemy. With the chastisement of a cruel one, he called him. For the multitude of thine iniquity, for the multitude of us sinning against him. Because thy sins were increased, because our sins was increased. Not decreased, but increased. Put flavor on sin. As a matter of fact, they tell us that we taught the wicked ones our ways, and our ways compares the ways of the wicked. That's why he said he ain't gonna leave us altogether unpunished. We've been punished. Verse 50, he said, why criest thou for thine affliction? Thy sorrow is incurable for the multitude of thine iniquity, for the multitude of us sinning against the Most High. Because thy sins were increased, I have done these things unto thee. So now, hold that, or we can go to Lamentations since we in Jeremiah. Look what he told us in, he's telling us off, right? He told us off good. But he told us in Jeremiah 4:22, I like this scripture. He said, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion, right? That's why he told us in Isaiah 40:1-2, he said, look, he said, comfort ye. He said, comfort ye, my people, said the Most High. Speak ye comfortably to Jerusalem, which represents the 12 tribes of Israel, and cry unto her that her warfare is accomplished. So our warfare is accomplished. That her iniquity is pardoned. For she have received of the Most High's hand double for all her sins. You see? We received of the Most, that's why I say he gonna leave us altogether unpunished. We received double for all our sins. So now, going back to Lamentations 4:22, it say the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished. The things that we done say comfort. He pardoned us. He said the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished. O daughter of Zion, O 12 tribes of Israel, he will no more carry thee away into captivity. That's not talking about Jeremiah's day. He's talking about our day. Future prophecy. But what are you going to do? He will visit thine iniquity. He going to visit your wickedness. O daughter of Edom. Oh, he said going to visit the sins. Listen, he will discover thy sins, your sins. And just the so-called Caucasian people. That's Edom. The daughter of Edom that's them. You see? Because it tells you in 2 Ezra 6:9, for Esau is the end of the world. And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So it doesn't make any sense to say our sins are pardoned, and when it's Edom's sins, they had to deal with their sins, what they've done, if thou can say. When the Most High allow our punishment of our iniquity to be accomplished. He ain't gonna no more carry us away into captivity. This is the last time we gotta go into captivity. The very last time. This is it. He say he will visit thine iniquity. O daughter of Edom, he will discover thy sins. That's the reason why. Because they've done so many things that are contrary to the Most High. Even like I was telling you earlier, how they put LORD and GOD in there. That's European inventions. We call it on entities that they made us call them. They put it in the Bible. I showed you over and over again. The Bibles, that's their picture. They say they the Most High. They say they are I am. They say they are Mashiach Yahushua. Right? I mean, I showed you pictures. I got pictures to prove it. Picture with 1,000 words. Look. They say this is him. This them. I mean, it's them. This is what they say. So, if they saying that, it is a lie, and there are those that are of them that's coming out proving the fact that they've been lied to and they taught lies, they've been taught lies, and they regurgitated the lies. But it's too late now. But it's great for our people because they believe in whatever they say. More so than what I would say or any of us that's the teachers of these last days would say. Oh, there's going to be a great awakening. Shout. Understand, overstand. That's why we got to really look at this and come back to the Most High. But he know how you are. Go to Isaiah, the 30th chapter. He say, woe, verse 1, destruction unto the rebellious children, said the Most High, to take counsel, but not of me. Our people on the internet, on social media, looking at everything except for trying to find a way to get closer to the Most High. And then when he visit with that wrath, he say he ain't gonna leave us all unpunished. He ain't finished. Our iniquity ain't accomplished yet. We still gotta go through Jacob's trouble. We gotta make it out of that. But he say he gonna save us. But not everybody. That's why you gotta be having this relationship with the Most High that he can save you from your enemies and from the hand of all that hate you. Some of us going to be invisible, just like we didn't exist. Woe to rebellious children, though, said the Most High, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, breaking the Most High's laws over and over and again. Verse 9. That this is a rebellious people, talking about us, the Israelites, lying children, children that will not hear the law of the Most High. We ain't under the law. I can't say it enough. Ain't that what they say? We're on mercy and grace. We Gentiles grafted in. Don't know who you've been grafted in. You're really an Israelite, but you think that you're a Gentile because you programmed. Your brain is polluted to believe what it is that man has told you and lied to you. When this is your book, you the Israelite, or bring forth your pastors and prove that we're not. And we are Gentiles. It won't happen. You see, Paul, they believe in, he said, hey, he an Israelite, or the seed of Abraham, or the tribe of Benjamin. He said, the Most High has not cast away his people, which he foreknew, that we reading about here in the Old Testament. We still here. Isaiah 30:9. That this is rebellious people, lying children, children that would not hear the law of the Most High, which say to the seers, see not, don't be looking at us. Seer was a name that was used before they called the men of the Most High prophets. And to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. You hearing right things, but you want to hear what? Speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. You want to hear lies, because you're rebellious. Smooth things, you want to hear smooth words. Make you feel good. Like y'all say, you go to church and get that good feeling. Get to had a choir singing and the music on and the preacher hollering and screaming, and you don't know what he's talking about, but you say, hey, I know the music sound good. Get that good feeling for you, right? Prosperity. You give him all your money. He prospering. You ain't prospering worth for nothing. But you believe this because you have been brain polluted and you're rebellious, as it's saying. But they say, get you out of the way. After you done heard all these deceits, you come and regurgitate those deceits in our ears. You say, get you out of the way. Turn aside out of the path. Cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. That's what you're doing when you don't know the scriptures and you come with your own mind. Say, many are to see what? By what? Their own vain opinion. And you allow Satan to evil suspicion overthrow your judgment. You allow Satan to come in to make you make the wrong judgment. Over and over again. When you going to wake up? And some of you been in the truth and you still went back. Backsliding back to some religion. And let me know if this religion that you went back to is dealing with the laws of the Most High. Myself Shai gonna be beating people with a rod of iron, which is what? The laws of the Most High. As he killing people. Look, you're an Israelite. It don't matter if you call yourself a Gentile or not. You are an Israelite. Just like me. Look, Amos 9 to 10. Now go to 8. Behold, the eyes of the Most High, which are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men, and even the secret things. Behold, the eyes of the Most High power are upon the sinful kingdom. That's America. And all these sinful kingdoms that have taken on and operating in the fornication of America, the spiritual fornication of America, the sinful kingdom. His eyes, you looking on this kingdom, and that's where you at. And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth. Look what the Most High said. Saving, he gonna save somebody, as we've been seeing, that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob. Because 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel gonna be redeemed, gonna be saved. Said the Most High. But lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations. That's where we're scattered, among all nations. So we're going to sift us, take us from among all nations. Like as corn is sifted in the sea, yet shall not the least, which is 1/3, grain fall upon the earth. Right? So he going to sift us from among all these nations, and the least, which is the 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel, shall not fall on the earth. So some gonna be left on this earth. He say he gonna destroy America from off the face of the earth, right? The sinful kingdom. Now you're gonna tell me, give me some edification to make America righteous kingdom, a righteous kingdom. If thou can. Because he say he gonna destroy the sinful kingdom from off the face of the earth. Now you got to give me some kind of way to prove that America is a righteous kingdom. And America have treated the children of Israel, who they put in captivity, righteously. I mean, they even showed out, gave everybody stimulus checks, right? A few times, right? Everybody, mostly everybody can get them, right? Increased unemployment during this plague that they had on the earth. Extra on all kind of ways. All this money that they put in to be able to give people extra this and extra that. But not one penny in reparations for slavery. For all those years of free labor. King Cotton. How you think they got rich? Free labor? Don't have to pay no one? That's why the Most High said, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword. which say, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. So he's going to kill the sinners of his people that say the evil shall not overtake, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. You got to understand. These days are real serious. It's real serious. But I think it's more serious than people understand because they want everything to be as they want it to be. But look at verse 14. And I will bring again the captivity of my people of Israel, and they shall build the waste cities and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards and drink the wine thereof. They shall also make gardens and eat the fruit of them, and I will plant them upon their land. The Most High, that I is the Most High. It's when we being saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us. And I will plant them upon their land, and they shall no more be pulled up out of their land, which I have given them, said the Most High, your power, thy power, Yasharallah. And when we in there, look what he said in verse 12, that they may possess the remnant of Edom and of all the heathen, which are called by my name, said the Most High power, that doeth this. And you can't tell me they ain't called by his name. I need to show you pictures again. I open up the Bible. There it is. They called by his name. Say, this is God. This is their God. That's the power that we read in the Bible that people believe in their mind that that's them. I love it. Look, let's go to Numbers 32. And to water everyone that's entered into the room, Shabbat Shalawam, welcome. Numbers 32. And let's read verse 10. Well, let's when the Most High sent the men to spy out the land of Israel that he's going to give us, the land of Canaan that he was going to put us in, let's look at verse 10. It says, in the Most High anger, verse 9. For when they went up unto the valley of the skull and saw the land, they discouraged the heart or the mind of the children of Israel, that they should not go into the land which the Most High had given them. Right? Most High say, go look at the land I'm giving you. Now they went up in there, seen the Anakins and all of them, discussed big giant people. Y'all talking about giants? The Anakins were giants. They seen them. They were scared of them. And the Most High's anger was kindled the same time. And he swears, saying, surely none of the men that came up out of Egypt from 20 years old and upward shall see the land which I swear unto Abraham, unto Isaac, and unto Jacob, because they have not wholly followed me. Gonna be a whole lot of people that's gonna fall right into this, thinking they going to the kingdom, because they ain't wholly followed the Most High. And this rules and regulations, how he wants us to be, and what he's given us the examples of how to change. Save Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, the Kenizzite, and Joshua, the son of Nun. But they have wholly followed the Most High. 2 men. It was 600,000 of us, y'all. 2 men. So he killed 599,998 men. When he say none of them going from 20 years old and upward, none of them went. And the Most High anger was kindled against Israel, and he made them wander in the wilderness 40 years until all the generation that had done evil in the sight of the Most High was consumed. So you ain't made it to the kingdom till you made it to the kingdom. Understand, overstand this for us now. Even though he say he gonna save us, he gonna have something he gonna purge. That's rebels. Like we read about rebellious, he gonna have some of them. You gonna fear the Most High forever and ever and ever. You think you ain't gotta fear him now? He gonna make you fear him. He said, I'm gonna melt you. When you see people melting, you see the worms not dying, the fire's not quenched from them, oh, that's gonna be real scary. As we done had a good time, that's what Isaiah leaves us with. We got to look at these bodies of the men that have transgressed against the Most High, where their worms never die and the fire's never quenched. So when you leave out of there, you had a good time, but when you leave out of there, you think about, man, I don't want to be there. I'm do right, I don't gotta be right. See, if that's what's happening now, it wouldn't be all this madness in the world that we have now, but it's gonna be right. You're gonna make sure it's right. And the Lord's anger was kindled against Israel, and he made them wander in the wilderness 40 years until all the generation that had done evil in the sight of the Most High was consumed. And behold, ye are risen up in your father's stead, an increase of sinful men, to augment yet the fierce anger of the Most High toward Israel. But if ye turn away from after him, he will yet again leave them in the wilderness, and ye shall destroy all this people. And they came near unto him and said, we will build sheepfolds here for our cattle and cities for our little ones. But we ourselves will go ready armed before the children of Israel until we have brought them into their place. And our little ones, little children, shall dwell in the fenced cities because of the inhabitants of the land. We will not return unto our houses, until the children of Israel have inherited every man his inheritance. But we will not inherit with them on yonder side of Jordan or forward, because our inheritance is fallen to us on this side Jordan eastward. And Moses said unto them, if ye will do this thing, if ye will go armed before the Most High to war, and will go all of you armed over Jordan before the Most High as men of war, until he have driven out his enemies from before him, and the land be subdued before the Most High. Then afterward ye shall return and be guiltless before the Most High and before Israel, and this land shall be your possession before the Most High. But if you will not do so, behold, ye have sinned against the Most High, and be sure your sin will find you out. Hear that? You ain't got to be concerned. He said, be sure that your sin gonna find you out. Say, build your cities for your little ones, and folds for your sheep, and do that which have proceeded out of your mouth. Do what you say you're gonna do. And the children of Gad and the children of Reuben spake unto Moses, saying, thy servants will do as my master commanded. Our little ones, our wives, our flocks, and all our cattle shall be there in the cities of Gilead. But thy servants will pass over, every man armed for war, before the Most High to battle, as my master said. So, this is how we got the land. That's why he told us in Deuteronomy, the 7th chapter, knowing who we took down. 7 nations greater and mightier than us. Deuteronomy 7:1 said, when the Most High thy power shall bring thee into the land which thou goest to possess it, and have cast out many nations before thee, and you see Gad and Reuben get ready to put in some work as men of war, many nations before us, the Hittites, all these so-called Africans, the Hittites and the Girgasites and the Amorites and the Canaanites and the Perizzites and the Hittites and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou. Remember, they were scared. They went and peeped the land out the Most High said he'd given us. See, certain things that you got to look at, thus say the Most High, you better not be going against it. Most people do, because if you don't know, it's still no excuse. He's still going to deal with you. You dealing with somebody that's dealing with you spiritually, and you go against what it is that's spiritual, Most High, you bringing the Most High in the picture. Every last one of them that said Anakin's was too big. We can't take the land down. They got grapes this big and stuff. Oh, no, we can't do it. Most High killed all of them. You reading about it. And when the Most High thy power shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them. This is what you seeing happening. This is what we had to do. He said, kill them. When the Most High delivered them before us, he said, kill them. Smite them. That means kill them. And utterly destroy them. How the Most High love everybody? He said, kill these Hamites. He said, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant, no agreements, no contracts with them, nor show mercy unto them. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. This is key. Most High ain't with no interracial marriages. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. Why? For they will turn away thy son from following me. Because all the gods of the nations are idols. Psalms 96:5 says that. In other places says it too. We know that. Because who's dealing with the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel? Who's saying that? Of these heathen nations. That's their power. And that's where they fit in. And naming what tribe they come from, or the 12 tribes of Israel. That they forefathers Abraham, who had a son named Isaac, who had a son named Jacob. Because Abraham had Ishmael, and Isaac had Esau before Jacob. Ishmael before Isaac. But the Most High said he's the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He didn't choose Ishmael. He didn't choose Esau. But he chose Isaac and Jacob of Abraham's seed. Because people saying, I'm Abraham's seed, but are you of Isaac and Jacob? Are you of the 12 tribes of Israel? Because Jacob's name was changed to Israel. We became the Israelites. We became the 12 tribes of Israel. Like we just read in Isaiah 48:1, that came out of the waters of Judah. Why you think Mashiach came back from the tribe of Judah? He could have came back from the tribe of Naphtali or any other tribe. But he came back into this earth as the tribe of Judah. Hebrews 7:14, for this evidence of fact that our power, Mashiach Yahushua, sprang out of Judah, Jacob's fourthborn son. And he said, you seen me, you seen the Father. How about that? Isn't that powerful? So, the Most High told us to kill the nations. And all you that feel that, hey, you don't have to do what he say do. If you don't do what he say do, you hate him. Matter of fact, go to Deuteronomy 7:10. And repair them that hate him to their face, to destroy them. He will not be slack to them that hateth him. He will repay him to his face. So all you that want to bypass the fact that you got to do what the Most High says to do in his laws, statutes, and commandments, honoring his Sabbath, learning his laws, living his laws, applying his laws in your life, you hate him if you don't want to do that. And you've been taught to hate him if you say you're not under the law. You're a hater of the Most High. And the Mashal Shai, go to Matthew, just to bring it on home, Matthew 5:17. So are you out there that's dealing with being wicked? It's amazing to me. People be wicked and they think they are on point and don't know these scriptures. And some have learned the scriptures and went back to being wicked. Ooh, man, that's dangerous right there. Matthew 5:17. Think not. So you don't even think that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I ask the question all the time. What did the Mashal Shai have to go by when he walked the earth? What made him not sin? What did he follow? Paul's writings? Peter's writings? Y'all like to go to Paul. Mashal Shai was on the earth in the flesh. He followed Paul's writings. He was under Paul. Because y'all like to go to Paul. Did Paul exist right now? When I'm reading here. If we go back to the time that he's speaking. Was Paul on the scene now? As Saul? Y'all like to follow his writings. What he had to say. And not even understanding it. Because you bring Paul's writings and what you say, this, that, and the third, whatever, and you're going to see that it's something all contrary to what you think. Matthew 5:17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. So how you going to tell somebody that they're not under the law? When the Mashal Shai telling you, I didn't come to destroy the law. But you destroying the law by telling your people that they're not under the law or the Most High. They ain't got to follow. Every last one of you that hear my voice, you going to either bow down now or you're going to bow down later. But you're going to bow down to the law or the Most High. Understand this. I mean, what you think? Look. Will the Mashal Shai come and destroy every army, Navy, Marines, Air Force of all nations that's prepared to fight him? Look, 2 Ezra 13 and 37 can't bring it out enough. And this, my son, who is a Mashiach Yahushai, who's coming not as a man, but in his angelic power, shall rebuke the wicked inventions of those nations. They got wicked inventions that they have invented that a Mashal Shai going to rebuke, which for their wicked life are fallen into the tempest. With their wicked life, they're going to be burned up. He said in verse 11, ain't going to be nothing but dust and smell of smoke. Every one of them going to be burnt up. And shall lay before them, he going to lay before them their evil thoughts. He going to lay before them their evil thoughts. And the torments wherewith they shall begin to be tormented. Burning them up ain't enough. Once he burn them up, he said he going to take their spirits, put a body on it, and their spirits in that body, that spiritual body, he going to put them on them, is going to be, they shall begin to be tormented, which are like unto a flame, fire. Going to be burning them up still. And he shall destroy them, how? Without labor, how? By the law. The same law that you say that you're not under. That y'all listen to these pork chop eating preachers, men or women, telling you ain't under the law. But he will say he gonna destroy them without labor, how? By the law. Which is like unto fire. Come on now. Revelations 19:15. Same thing. Revelation 19:15. And out of his mouth, this is Mashiach Yahushua, when he come to judge and make war, go up a sharp sword, that with it he should smite or kill the nations. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron. That's the law. And he treaded the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of almighty power. Come on now. This is what you're seeing here. It goes together. It goes all together. So, Just what hopefully you preparing for. I just turned the spirits want me to bring that out, I guess. Look at 2 Corinthians 1. Let's look at 19 and 20. Now, make this make sense. We back on it again. This AMEN. Look. For the Son of the Most High, 2 Corinthians, the first chapter, the 19th verse. All praise to the Most High. For the Son of the Most High, Mashiach Yahushai, who was preached among you by us, even by me, and Silvanus, and Timotheus, was not yea, or nay. Was not yea or nay, yes or no. But in him was yea, yes. For all the promises of the Most High in him are yea, and in him, that name right there, unto the glory of the Most High by us. Wonder why that's there, if thou can say. Is they calling his name again, that Egyptian God? Are y'all with me? Are y'all there? In 2 Corinthians 1 and 20. Because it just popped up. I mean, I got to roll with it because I was in Revelations, you know. I turned it, there it was, right there. For all the promises of the Most High in him are yea, and in him, that Egyptian God, unto the glory of the Most High by us. Read you again. For all the promises of the Most High in him are yea, and in him, that Egyptian God, AMEN, unto the glory of the Most High by us. Come on now. Make that make sense to me. Somebody got to hear this and comment on it. Then what y'all saying at the end of y'all prayers. So by him, that Egyptian God, unto the glory of the Most High by us, is that what's supposed to be there? Supposed to be there? Or was it inserted there to have you do what the Most High said we're not supposed to be doing?